Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I talk about budgeting in my bullet journal. My name is Kristine. I'm a single mom of 2 adult kids. I have one away at college and one who lives at home with me. In this video, I'm going to be going over how I still use my credit cards to pay my expenses, to pay bills, and normally I would pay it down to zero as I go. But if you've been watching my videos, earlier this month I did a little bit of overspending, and I am currently holding a balance on one of my credit cards. So if that is content you're interested in seeing, keep watching. All right, so this is where we left off. Last time. I had my my balance at $2,492.41, and after paying back for using my card on my bills and for my sinking funds and from my variable expenses, I was able to get it back down to $1,824.48 and further down to $1,124.48 after I applied $700 from my April 6th budget. My plan was to put down $800 from my current budget, but I haven't done that yet, and that's why it's in pencil. And that was going to be $500 from my what normally would go into my rent, etc. account. And my emergency fund account, $300. So I haven't done that yet. I am going to do that next time. But let me show you where I'm at today. So I know this says April 18th to 24, but I'm just a little bit late doing this. I'm still going to use this empty square or rectangle right here. So my balance is $1,388.77. And that is my B of A credit card as of today, which is the 25th of April. And then I'm going to be paying $15.49 for my, I think that was Netflix. So that's going to come out of my G1 checking, which I use for bills. And then I am gonna pay $160.91, and that is gonna be from my T-Mobile checking account, which I use for variable expenses. And then I am going to pay $87.89 for my T-Mobile sinking funds. And yeah, so how I got those numbers, I'll just go back to my bill right here. So the Netflix is the $15.49, which is in bills, so that comes in my G1 checking account. And the $160.91 is going to come out of my T-Mobile variable expenses. So anything with a CC right here, that's in like gas, groceries, household, that's going to come out of the T-Money account. And then I also had some expenses or some spending from my car maintenance and birthday saver account, which is then going to come out of my T-Mobile account that I use for sinking funds. I know that might seem a little confusing. So if you think of it this way, if you think of them as cash envelopes, so if each category here was a cash envelope, then I would be taking out that cash and then depositing it or paying it towards my credit card. So that's basically what I'm doing, except instead of cash envelopes, I have separate accounts for these separate categories. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So let me get out my calculator. And 1388.77 minus 1549 minus 160.91 minus 87.89. That gets me to 1,101. Let me just write this down. $1,124.48, which is the same as right here. So I've basically paid this down to zero. Like if I didn't have this expense, which is from a MacBook Pro that I bought my daughter, but that's for another story. Maybe I can like link a video up above or something that explains it a little bit more. So I didn't want to just leave it at that. I was looking over my budget here, and I do have $180.22 that's kind of a buffer. So I'm going to take the $100 from my G1 checking that's acting as a buffer, and I'm going to apply that towards this debt. Yeah, and that should leave me $80.22 plus the 80. Where's my calculator? All right, and let me make sure I am going to be okay. So let's say I have the 80.22 plus the 385 from my budget. So that's 465.22, which still covers my bills here. And then I should be fine next paycheck also. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna do $100 from my G1 checking, which is for bills, but I'm gonna add a note here that says buffer. Okay, so that gets me down to $1,024.48. Now, I still plan to put the $800 towards that, and that'll get me down to $224.48. So I wrote it here in pencil because I haven't done it and I don't plan to do it this time around. But in my the next time I do this, I will pay that off. And I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to get that $224.48. But yeah, so we're making progress. So let me cut back to my, this part here. Okay, so I did already put $40 towards my Old Navy account from my T-Mobile checking. And if you remember, that's from the household budget when I paid my daughter's wash app. So again, imagine this is the household envelope, and I took $40 out of it and I'm applying it towards the credit card payment. If it helps to think of it that way, that's basically what I'm doing, except digitally. So yeah, so I am gonna put here, what is today, today is the 25th. Okay, $115.49, and that's gonna be a B of A credit card payment, and that is from my G1 checking. So G1, I'm going to put here bills plus buffer, just to remind myself. So I'm doing this from the bottom up because I don't have an extra, I don't have an extra page to use in my bullet journal. So I'm just going from the bottom up because I do the expenses from the top down. So this is just to conserve space and to use up all the space that I can. Let's see. I'm just gonna do this because the ink is not dry yet. And then this is $60. So the B of A credit card payment, and this is from my T-Mobile account for my variable expenses, and then $87.89. And this is for my from my sinking funds. Okay. So those are my transactions for today to help pay down my credit cards. So the Old Navy right now is going to be 0. It's a 0 balance, and my Chase card is at a 0 balance. So after I pay these amounts, I should be left with $1,024.48 in my Bank of America credit card. I know it's not a lot of progress from last week, but it is a little progress. And I know I've got that $800 sitting in my account, in my bank account, to pay towards this credit card. I hope that made sense. If it didn't make sense, ask me in the comments down below. I'll try to explain it better, and then maybe I can go into more detail in my next video if I wasn't clear around this time. I know, right? Clear as mud. Clear as mud. So anyway, this works for me. I really don't know how else to do it. I used to do cash envelopes, and so this is sort of what I did with my cash envelopes, except I had a Bank of America checking account. So what I would do is take my cash and then pay it into my, actually I could still do that. I could still take cash and pay it towards my credit card, either inside at the teller or at an ATM. So that could still be an option if I were doing cash. But yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys have a great night, a great day, wherever you are, whenever you get to watch this. If you like budgeting videos, I do post multiple videos during the week. I'm still trying to figure out a schedule, but I pretty much just turn my camera on when I'm about to do something in my budget. So that's kind of how I've been operating this. Anyway, hit like, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys hopefully in the next video. Bye guys.